Hey YouTube, just a thought here. If you have some inner tubes, you may have to experiment on what size. You can make Ranger bands or retention bands, and you can do, of course, a lot with these. For example, like on this small little neck knife, you can. This is a smaller diameter band here, and you can put that on there, and basically you can just stick things underneath. It could be a lighter, a ferro rod. It could be whatever you want. Maybe a spare house key. Whatever can fit in there. Um, and then you can even do different things in terms of putting the band. You can just cut it to the size of the item, however big you need it, and then you can put it on your belt and then slide gear on your belt. So this particular belt I like just because it's the elastic belt. I don't always wear an elastic belt, but it's a stretchy kind of elastic type of like weave belt. And it's comfortable when I'm out in the bush because I'm moving so much that I like my belts to flex a little bit. Now, obviously, if you're wearing a full size handgun and a lot of gear on your waist, you definitely want to go with a gun belt. You don't want things flexing. But I'm just saying, if you have light duty gear, I just have this. I use the Molly backing here on this Ontario knife, and it rides really well. I mean, I do it scout carry on the front left of my abdomen, and it really works good. And another way is just taking the Ranger band and slipping in your knife, just for an example, and it retains it really well. And if in case you don't have a belt sheath, or if you didn't want to use a vertical belt sheath, or if you just didn't have any room in a pocket, sometimes pockets get filled up. And if you want to just carry an extra knife, you could do it that way. You could also slip in a small or even a larger fixed blade using those Ranger bands. For example, I can slip this in and then tuck this little light on the other end. And so I have a light and a blade. You can also, of course, go with something a little bit larger. That tucks in there just fine. I sometimes take a flashlight. It could be all different sizes. This one actually just fits perfect in that Ranger band right over there. And so you can slip this in there, and it covers a good portion of the handle, but it leaves enough so I can pull it out. If you have magazines of all sizes, this slides in there. You can put your spare magazine, and you could slip different kinds of other fixed blades in there. If you have a large enough Ranger band, you could even put a headlamp. And so, I mean, of course, the options are pretty much endless. But I've seen people that have really compact wallets or even money clips, and they can just slide that in there, just various things. So just a few ideas here, what you can do with bicycle tubing and make it into Ranger bands. It's very inexpensive, okay? That's all I can say. It's probably the most inexpensive way to create retention sheaths for your gear, especially if you want to carry them in a horizontal manner on your belt. It's a very good, easy way to do it. So hopefully this gives you a few extra ideas. Hey, thanks again for stopping by. You guys take care.